Hello YouTubers, I'm on my way to the bike shop today just for a couple of little bits. I'm going to Jack Lily's near Heathrow. They're a great little place, great people. And on the way I thought I'd talk about lifesavers, or shoulder checks as they refer to in many places. The reason why we call them lifesavers is to make it clear to people that they can save your life. They are vitally important. Now, hello. One of the things is that you can actually overdo them a little bit. So I'm going to talk about why they're so important, when you should do them, and in what situations they might be a bit overkill. And in that respect, the thing is that your mirrors become extremely important as backups to your lifesavers. So here, for example, going along a relatively straight road, I don't have any side turnings at the moment, though clearly there's one coming up. I'm checking my mirrors just to make sure that I know where everything behind me is. Checking my side turnings. So in this sort of a situation, there's absolutely no need for me to be peering over my shoulder all the time. And now with side turnings coming up, it's even more important that I'm not looking behind me all the time, because when I'm looking behind me to do my checks, I'm not looking ahead at what's coming up. So in that regard, we need to use shoulder checks in moderation. The main areas where they're absolutely vital is when you're turning. Let's concentrate on what's going on here. Why are you quite so far across? Oh. Okay, so for example here, if I was turning left, then as I was approaching that turn, I'd want to do a left-hand shoulder check just to make sure that nothing was creeping up on my left-hand side, for two reasons. One, I might trap something against the curb, so a cyclist or someone on a scooter perhaps, or a lower powered motorcycle who's keeping close to the curb unnecessarily. Alternatively, there might be someone who's actually intending on going straight on. So again, perhaps a cyclist who's on the left hand side, who's intending on going straight ahead, and by doing a shoulder check to my left I can take that into account. Similarly, for right-hand turns, doing a right shoulder check for someone who hasn't noticed, who hasn't noticed that you're turning right and is thinking that they can overtake you at that moment. Another place where shoulder checks are quite useful is any junction, such as this, when you're about to set off. Now whilst I'm at the junction, I'm checking my mirrors to making sure that I'm aware of everything that's going on around me, vehicles that are moving up. But a last shoulder check, and here as I join this road, enables me to have one final check that everything is exactly as I was expecting it to be. In other situations, good use of your mirrors are extremely important. They mean that you can keep your concentration reasonably ahead, but still have a good idea about what's going on around you. And then, just as I did just then, changing lanes, although I've been using my mirrors to keep check of what's coming up behind me and in junctions down side roads, I'm using my Lifesaver as an extra check just in case anything has gone into a blind spot that I might need to take account of. But here, for example, too much use of shoulder checks will divert my attention from what's immediately in front of me. And if there's a lot going on in front of me, then I need to have a lot of concentration there. Hello, scooter, they don't care. And where necessary, to slow down to take into account the fact that there might be quite a lot going on. So, in summary, shoulder checks are vital. They're an absolutely important part of motorcycle safety to help you keep aware of what's going on in blind spots. Let's move over just in case. But if you back that up with mirrors, regular checks in your mirrors, and if your mirrors are positioned well, then you don't actually need to turn your head very much to use them. Then you can keep reasonably well aware of everything that's going on around you. But like I said, good use of shoulder checks, but not too much, so that you can keep focus on things that are happening ahead of you. Anyway, well, I hope you've found this and all my videos useful and informative. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I'll catch you next time. Ride safe and take care.